Hi, you're with the Online Radio Training School, and we're learning about Internet radio. Back in video 12, we learnt about what to look for in a radio automation system. In this video, we'll learn how to set up radio automation to stream on the Internet, specifically the encoder. We're going to demonstrate using an automation system called Radio Boss because it is very popular with Internet broadcasters. However, the features we will show you are standard to many automation systems. Before we start, it's important to understand the information we are dealing with. When you sign up with your broadcast streaming provider, they will give you the following information to type into your encoder. A server address. This will be either a URL or a numerical IP address. They'll give you a port number. If you're using Shoutcast, they will give you a stream ID. And if you're using Icecast, they will give you a mount point. And of course, a password. So what do we do with all this information? Let's go ahead and open the configuration screen for the encoder. I'm going to click on the Settings menu, Broadcast, Add. This is the encoder box. Configuration wizard. In this case, we're going to choose Icecast and Next. So, server address, port number, password, and mount point. Remember that this will always start with a / and finish. And back to the main encoder screen. You will notice that the encoder has created a full URL from the information you've just typed in. If you have more than one stream, you can label your stream here. In this case, I will call it MP3 stream. If you want your station listed in the Icecast directory, and why wouldn't you? It's free. Then that can be enabled. Now, you will need to add some information to be included in your Icecast directory listing. Remember, people are searching the directory. The more information you include, the better chance they have of finding you. Here, under the Station Info tab, I can add the name of the station and give a description of the station. Give this some thought. A well-written description will attract more listeners. Here's an example. For our smooth jazz station, we put Jazz Cafe offers an uplifting brew of fresh and golden smooth jazz with a bit of Christian flavoring. So, be creative and concise and let the world know your station is here. Next, we need to add the URL. This is not the URL to your website, it is the URL to your stream. For example, http://radio.wanderingsheep.tv:8000/Jazz Cafe. Now, for your genre, list 2 or 3 key words. For our station, we've put smooth jazz, jazz, and R&B. Now, we are almost ready to start streaming, but we need to choose a few more settings. Back in video 8, we talked about audio stream format and bitrate. Let's go ahead and set these. Always choose sample rate of 44/100, and for this example, I will choose MP3 128K bitrate and stereo. We have already talked about sending metadata in the audio stream. Here, I can choose exactly what information is sent in the metadata. That's displayed on your player. Usually, artist and song title are sent by default. However, if you choose custom format, you can add other information like year, CD title, and music genre. So now you can see how important it is to fill in your metadata correctly. And if the broadcast streaming provider gives me an administrator password, I can enter it here. Your software may give you the choice of audio source to encode and stream. Here, audio mix means encode the main playlist. Input 1 and input 2 are for external audio. For example, the feed from the mixer when you are streaming a live event on the internet. Some internet radio stations like their listeners to hear a short recorded station message every time they connect. For example, something like,
"You're listening to Jazz Cafe on the Wandering Sheep Radio Network."
Well, we can do that in this system. I simply click Play Intro File on Connection. Then I navigate to choose the audio file that I want to play. Finally, every system will have some button to start streaming. In this system, I click Broadcast Enabled, OK, and then start playing audio. If streaming is turned on, this globe icon at the top of the main screen will be highlighted, and the log screen on the left-hand side will read Connected to Server. If a red error message appears, we need to double-check everything we've done. Failing that, contact your broadcast streaming provider for help. Thanks for being with us. In our next video, we'll learn about how to restart your broadcast computer without stopping your audio stream. You're with your online radio training school. Happy broadcasting.